We're back. This is a video. Oh, jeez. This is a video that I really should have recorded a while ago. I'm kind of behind on my videos. I've just been feeling like napping. And I kind of moved my phone thing out of the way, so I don't know how this is going to look. But we got a bit more Iowa rock to try and biface out for the series. I picked a couple interesting ones. That one's really pretty. I was messing with this. This will work pretty good, I think. I found this on a gravel bar. I think this is Knife River Flint, or at least a flavor of it, because it looks really, really nice. And I took a flake off, and it was wonderful, because that was moved by the glaciers. I can tell that this little bulbous thing right here that's shaking y'all around, you can see it. It's just right here. You know what? Here, hold on. This is the quality of footage that you're getting with this channel. Oh, I remember why. Okay, hold on. I used to have this upside down. 1 second. How about now? Whew. There we go. Yeah. Kind of, sort of, maybe. How does that look? Does that look like it'll be in focus? I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah. What do we start with? Isn't this interesting stuff? This is some interesting stuff. It doesn't look like it should work well because it looks really, really dry. But, I mean, it went pretty okay, all things considered. I might not even try to use I might use my bottle for it just to see what happens. But yeah, for those of you who might just be watching this one as a first one, well, this is for a future. Oh yeah, that's so bizarre because it's so dry. It's so dry looking. It doesn't look like it'd do very well. Oh my god, I spit all over it. Holy moly! I'm salivating. It's so nice. Wish I hadn't have done that, but I can use that. I'll set that aside. But yeah, this is for a future video series. I can't do much with that. Maybe I can. This is for a future video series, my Projectile Points of Iowa video series. See, the fact that I can overshoot it as well is just bizarre. Interesting stuff. Again, found it on a gravel bar. Not really sure what it is, but it's interesting. Yeah. I'm bifacing it out now. Yeah, this will be for my future video series. I was trying to make some projectile points, the Projectile Points of Iowa. I'm going to be following the, is it a preform? What was that? That sounded fragile. Projectile Points of Iowa. So I'm going to be following a little pamphlet guide thing that I bought. And see, this is what I'm talking about. What's over there? Is it a dinosaur? Is that what's distracting it? Hold on. Because I can have the most clearly centered, like, yeah, here. This is what we're focusing in on. And you'll be like, no, don't want to see it. Don't want to see it. They want to see the dinosaur. Found that dinosaur, by the way. Found that guy at a park. I was like, oh, you're coming home with me. You're coming home with me, and you are going to live on my preforms, because that's my little preform bin. Yeah. I've slowly been doing some bifaces, just kind of off camera. Didn't go anywhere. And that also wasn't in focus. It's like I need to be perfectly centered in the screen for it to work. But I've been doing some bifaces off camera. The progress is going pretty good, actually. Don't know how many more of these videos I want to do. Don't know how many more you guys actually want to see either. So that's something I'm thinking about too. I'm also thinking about trying to get ready for the series itself. Like, I want to start getting some. It's not going to be like very scripted, but just some important talking points that I think I want to try and make. I'm just going to get some of that stuff organized, you know. Now that I'm going to be having a lot of the preforms done, it'd be kind of smart to get going on that, you know what I mean? Because the weather's getting nice. Truly, it is getting nice. Oh, what a piece of crap. Why can't it just focus on what I want it to focus on? Every time I look away, you can see it go blurry. I've noticed that the 1080p, so I record these videos in 1080p 60, right? I used to do 4K 30. Well, storage is expensive because of everything that's going on in the world, and I was chewing through storage with 4K because 4K videos are huge. They're so big. It drives me nuts. It'll be like 40 gigs. Man, I'm not doing well on that side. I'm really cracking that up. So it's like, okay, we'll do 1080p. Well, for some reason, the focus on 1080p videos, I'm recording these on an old Pixel phone. I think it was a Pixel 6. Yes. I gotta take my hat off because it's messing with my safety glasses. The 4K video seems to get better processing on keeping stuff in focus compared to the 1080p. I'm not sure why that is or if that is intentional, but that's annoying. It's really annoying, especially for me. I'm gonna try to attack that steep face right there by going up and over if I can. Yay! Woohoo! This stuff's weird. It's so weird. I'd be tempted to heat treat it if I knew what it was and knew what to treat it at. Because, like, that's good. That's real fine. I don't know how it's going to stand up to stuff like pressure flaking and whatnot, so that'll kind of be a mystery that we're going to have to endure and figure out together. But that's why y'all are here. Speaking of y'all, holy smokes, I'm getting close to 400 subscribers. That is nuts. That's like an auditorium of people sitting there watching me break rock in my garage. It's like, Jesus. That was a good one. I was like, am I that good? I don't know. I'm just kind of having fun. But yeah, I do have plans once I hit like 400, because like that's big for me. That's a lot. I was happy once I hit 100, honestly. I was like, woo, yay, cool. Milestone met, let's go. Never had that many subscribers, ever. Didn't think I'd have more than that either. So for 400 subs, I got a bunch of like big chunks of material that I want to try and do some spalling on, just like a big spalling video now. Like, break out the big stuff, it's a special occasion. Did that do what I needed it to do? I don't think it did. Did it? No, it didn't. I was trying to get that. Off. I'll have to go from this side. Yeah, that's the plans for 400 subs. I have like some obsidian. You know my Swan River church stuff? I don't think this is the exact same stuff. This stuff? I kind of popped some of this open. This stuff, I have a great big hunk of it. There we go. Oh, geez. I gotta be careful. I was diving down. I was ready to overshoot. So I got some really big pieces that I just kind of want to spall down, you know. Get a little bit more usable. Not that I really need to. A lot of it's just kind of been hanging out because I'm going to need to reorganize my little setup once I do that. But yeah, that's my little 400 subscriber video idea. Should be a good time. I'm looking forward to it at least. Do I try to be a smart aleck and overshoot into that to swoop it off? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. This could be dumb. Yeah, I didn't quite do it. That's okay. Still got plenty of room. Plenty of room, really. In fact, I'm almost done with this one, I'd say. Yeah. If you're watching these videos and you're thinking about subscribing, like, I try to be regular, but I'm not sometimes. It's like Tuesdays and Thursdays is when I try to have videos up. I also have not done a point showcase in a hot minute, and that's mostly because they just get really poor views. So what I think I'm going to do is instead of doing those like 10-minute, that's what I wanted to get into. I wanted to see how deep that went, if it went deep at all. Instead of doing like the, instead of doing like the long 10-minute showcase videos, I'm going to try to do them in YouTube Shorts format, just to see how that goes. I might do a couple. I might do a couple of them. Oh, it's just cracks in there. That's not my fault. Just to see. I have a little. Can I just pop that off? Pop off. Get off. Oh, it's not going to come off? Okay. Fine. You do you. Dang, it's rock. But yeah, that's kind of the reason why I stopped doing those long format showcase videos. Views just weren't good. And I don't know. It was like another layer of just something to do after I had done videos like this. Because sometimes it's hard for me to just motivate myself to do these kind of videos. I almost want to pull the camera back just a bit more, make it a bit higher up, just to see if that might help things out just a little bit. But truthfully, this is a plenty fine preform. I can work with this later down the line. Take that last little bit off to thin that. Can't quite go up there because it swoops down a bit. Do light. Yeah. Whoa, I see. Like when you can do stuff like that, that's really not bad material. When it shoots a little skinny long ones like that. Huh. This is fascinating. Fascinating stuff. And I don't even think I purposefully saw that rock and went, ooh, yeah, it should be good. I think I just took a flake of it because I was bored, and it just ended up being remarkably cromulent. So, yeah. Nifty, eh? Yeah, we'll call that one good. That's good enough preform for me. A little bit of weirdness in there because of my long flake that I took, but that's nothing. Maybe that little crack right there might cause me a little grief, but that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Let's do a knife over flint. Because I swear, that's what this is. It looks like it has the particles, and this was just on a gravel bar. And it's tumbled too, because you can see how all the sides are chipped off. So it was rolled through a glacier. The question is, can I pop into it? I think I can. Did that do anything? It did not do anything. Dang it. Dang it, that also did not do anything. I was trying to shoot that off. How about this? No. Okay. Where can I get into this thing? Do I have to zigzag right from the start? I took that off. This could also have a crack, like running through the center of it, because that's what a lot of these gravel bar cobbles seem to have. Yeah, that's 100% knife over flint. Huh. That's so funny. That's so funny that I found that. It is funny. Wasn't expecting to find this. Usually my hookup for knife over flint is that Marty Youngbear. Check him out. He's got a YouTube. He's a cool guy. That did not. Ooh, is that a crack? No, it's not. Okay, that's good. I was like, there it is. These wonky cobbles are just a pain in the butt to get inside of. And I want to make good use of this stuff because I know it's kind of like nice. Dang, that did nothing too. That just stopped it. There's a good one. That was a real good one. Well, it's looking clear so far, which is crazy to me. It's a really good sign. Yeah. This is all getting chewed up just a little bit. Got to make that good copper to stone contact. There's got to be a crack hiding in here somewhere. Maybe not. It'd show up by now, I think. From my experience, at least, it'd show up. I really needed to abrade that. I'm getting much better flakes now. Because I'm going to have to get through all of this nonsense. I could pull this up, which I might have to do anyways because of this dip here. Let me try that first. Shoot a nice flake. Crossed. That's going to go into a cavity, so I don't need to do a lot of inward direction on that one, because this concavity here will be a little bit of an obstacle. Maybe I could shoot from here up into there, potentially. I might have to hit a bit higher up instead of on like the edge of the platform. I might have to hit it slightly higher up, maybe, potentially. I'm going to try that and see what happens. Yeah, so I hit a little bit higher up on that platform up there instead of down here, because that just kind of moved where it travels. It traveled right across and shot that off, or at least most of it. I might have to do it again right here too. I think we got to. So abrade that so it stays strong. We're going to kind of hit up here. We'll see how this goes. Nah, not quite. I think it was just a bit too concentrated. That was a pretty good one though. Ooh, there's a white thing in there. Look, he's hiding. We can maybe take a little bit from there, maybe? No? Okay. All right. You're the boss. You got it. That's fine. We're just going to have to take this method then, I suppose. Yeah, there we go. Again, hit a bit higher up on the platform. Shoot it off there. That's pretty. It's pretty stuff. Some of Marty's stuff is really, really dark that he got me. I want to try to take this corner off. Can I swoop it through there? Can I, please? I can. Ooh, there it is. There's the crack. Oh no. Oh no. 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 We don't want that. We need this to survive. I want it to survive. We almost got that completely off. This is more so just like comfort abrading. Because it really wouldn't be needed, but I love Knife River Flint. I do. I wish it wasn't so hard to get. Like, don't get me wrong, Marty hooks me up and he does a dang fine job at it. But man, I wish I could just use it all the time. Because it's like, it's up there with Georgetown for like some of my favorite like raw stuff. I know that was a bad one on my part. I've had people ask me how it compares to like Texas root beer. I like Knife River Flint a little bit more than Texas root beer because it I don't know, it just behaves just a smidge better. Texas root beer will step fracture, and it's a pretty tough raw stone. Like, don't get me wrong, Knife River Flint's also pretty tough, but I don't know, from having worked both. And I did get some more. Oh, dang it, I was dumb. I didn't do nothing. Just broke that off. That's not what I wanted. I did just recently get some more Texas root beer in from Danny Collins. So I just wanted a little bit because I was curious. I've had multiple people ask me that now that they've seen me working with Knife River Flint a bit. And I was just thinking to myself, you know, it would be nice to, you know, in my current skill level, to be able to test out and see the slight differences between the two, because, you know, I have both, so why not throw that information out there? If I've had multiple folks ask me, I'm sure multiple people are wondering. These are like nice little earring flakes. I should keep some of these. I'm going to go through that pile once I get done, because I want to see what I have. Here's my like honing grinding wheel honer. And We're getting pretty close on this one. We can't do that. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. This is not what we want to do. We can thin the majority of this middle, maybe. Yeah, boy. That's a good one. Smack that big old platform right there. Right into there. Whoop-pow. Nice. Nice, nice. See, you just can't do that with certain stuff. And mind you, this is like, I'm so dang lucky that this does not have cracks in it. Like, honestly, the amount of nice stuff that I get from a gravel bar that's, you know, full of cracks and holes is pretty high. Because, you know, not only was it moved by a glacier and encased in ice for whoever knows how long, you know, like hundreds upon hundreds of feet of ice. Come on now. Oh, you bugger. So, you know, the fact that it has been moving for many, many years before I even touched it. Oh, that was bad. What is happening? Hold on. That's what I wanted to do. There, geez. And I've given myself one of these things. I hate these. I always get these. So I need to either come from the other side and get rid of that or something else. But here, I'm going to switch out of this one. Where'd it go? There it is. The usual. But yeah, I really am getting like second helpings on a good portion of this stuff. But you know, you just make the best of it. It's the only local lithics that I got, so it'd be kind of silly not to make at least some use of them, you know? Especially now that I kind of know what I'm looking for. Because I've gotten pretty good at spotting what I need. And you know, sometimes you just get crap. That's just how it goes. Ooh, that was a horrible decision on my part. Yuck, because now I've got that side and that side. I was trying to shoot over and eat some of that off, but now I've just got an extremely deep step fracture, an extremely deep one. Yay. Not the mistake I need to be making currently at this point. It is, especially with small material like this. Small mistakes are big mistakes. And I don't want to let this fail. Okay, well, I popped it off. Yuck, it made it really disproportionate. Especially on this one side. Turn this back just a little bit. Like where the platform's sitting, because I still need to get rid of that stupid thing that I always get. I don't know what those are called. They're like weird overhang things. Unless I could shoot through up there, I don't think I can. My brain tells me that platform's not strong enough to do that. Is this one though? Yeah, okay. I'll take it. Yeah. Thinning out this tip a good bit. I need to focus on the base unless I'm trying to go for one of those little mini, you know, choppers. Which I've never made, by the way. Never really had a nodule that I was like, this would be perfect for it. I don't know. They seem a touch, they're cool. They're super cool. Don't get me wrong. I think they're really cool. They're just, I don't know, a touch anticlimactic. I feel, I guess. I don't know. That's just how I feel. I think some folks think that they're awesome. I don't want to rag on nobody for finding something nifty and interesting. It's the last thing I want to do. I'm a guy in his garage breaking rocks. You think I can rag on someone for finding something interesting? No. Heck no. I still need to take care of that back end, don't I? I like to abrade away some of those low platforms like that. Jeez, or like this, that try to overhang a little bit. It helps to remove some of the temptation to go a bit shallow and mess stuff up. Keyword being some, because in my brain I'll still do it. There's so much conditioning that goes into it once you get like really good at it, because there's certain stuff that you'll always just kind of want to do, even if you know that it's risky or dangerous. I don't know, because it's happened to me so many times where it's just like, I know I shouldn't have done that. I really shouldn't have done that. And the only reason you did it was because your brain told you it was gonna work. And you're kind of like, yeah, this hasn't worked for me before, but maybe this time. And it just goes womp. And you're like, no. Oh well. And then you gotta live with it. There we go. And I think, I get it. I got most of it. I think that most of this is pretty good. That's a nice little knife for a flint preform. It's not bad at all. And that gives me plenty to work on once I get to the video. Yeah. That kind of sucks a little bit. That is an oopsie daisy. See how deep that goes and how it created that ridge there? Yucky. Who did that? That's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. Ooh, let's do this one. I'm intrigued by this one because it feels like it should work well, but I don't know. These types of rocks are always a mystery. This is horribly awkward, by the way. I think I'm going to try to hit here off this little nub to clean off some of this stuff, but I potentially see cracks in there that could really mess me up. But it's cooperative. Wow, look at that gloss on that. I want this one to survive. That means it's going to do everything in its power to not do that. I need to think this over a little bit. Just like here, maybe. I don't want to push my luck and do something too hard, because I want to try. Again, I want to try and maximize this as best as I can. I don't even know what this is. Okay, good. You. Is it going to cause me grief? I don't think so. Okay. Eesh. Let's do some light ones. I'm going to eat up some of that. If I had myself really set up, I'd shoot all that off. But that risks overshooting it, and again, I want this to survive, so we're gonna try and play it just a bit cautious. I'm gonna take some off the end here. I could probably shoot it off into there. I might try that. This stuff is cooperative enough where I think it'll do that for me. Please. Thank you. Okay. I still got this peak in the middle. That's going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt. I'm going to whittle this tip down just a smidge more. Just a smidge. Being too cautious. Sometimes with material that I really want to save, I'll like see, that was really cooperative. It just shot all the way across that edge there. Which, you know, not the worst. But like, I'll chicken out and I'll really mess myself up. I wonder, because this whole flat area here is going to be a pain in the butt to deal with. And I have this here. I'm wondering if I can overshoot into there and then skim off some of that. I just don't know. That's risky. That's just a risky thing to do. But we're going to do it. It didn't do it. That totally just crushed the platform. How about we do it from the corner here? Well, it went, and it flattened it out just a bit, but it didn't quite eat over a lot of stuff, because it's running into that. We're still okay. We're still fine. I think I'm gonna... Is it 6:40? Oh, we're doing good for time. We're doing real good. This isn't like that one Haskett point that I made. Totally wasn't intending on doing that, by the way. And that just kind of spiraled way out of control. Ooh, nice. Nice. I like that. I like how that went. I'm trying not to reduce too much width. That's the big thing I'm trying to preserve with this, because I don't have a lot of it. Let's see if I can do that again. Try to take care of that high spot. Yeah. Scooped it right over. Okay. Do that here. Ooh, try to smooth that out just a little bit. Yeah, a little thin for a flake, but I'll take it. I'll take it being a bit too thin over too much. Oh, the siren call to try and shoot up that, but it's not going to work, because all this stuff is horribly overhanged and concentrated, and there's this weirdness in here. Yeah, that would have stopped me dead. That would have potentially ruined it. Oh, how do I get in there now? Because I want to try to whittle that off, because I need to get in there. Oh, geez, that shot up there. Okay, well, I'll take that. Whittle that off just a little bit. That's okay if I have that little step fracture in there. Ooh, interesting. No? Okay. But you should work. Hold on. Ooh, it tried. It tried. It's okay, though. That's still okay. That's still very okay. We might be able to shoot from over here and get it. Oh, please. Oh, I messed it up. That was on me. Either that or I'm getting a bit... Ooh, actually, that might have been the tool's fault. That was a lot of stone on stone. That's why it just kind of shattered. You gotta have that exposed copper, or else it won't grip. See that one a bit better, but no, maybe that actually, you know what, that was on me, because I went way too steep. Do we try to take it from here and overshoot it across the top there? I think we do. Scary. Well, it took it, but it kind of scooped that out a little bit. See how that dips in just slightly right there? That kind of stuff will trip you up and get you in trouble, because you'll try to take it from here to clean off the rest of that, but that little itty bit of convexity in there will stop it. And then you'll just be sad. You'll be like, well, what the heck? No, I've just step fractured this really nice thing. And like, that's one of those things where it just took me forever to like actually, slow down and realize like, oh, that's why that's not working. I just thought it was like something with my technique, when in reality I just wasn't setting myself up for success like whatsoever, Same thing with abrasion. Believe it or not, when I first started, I was like, I don't need to do abrasion. That's just a waste of time. That makes a big mess. Yeah, guess who the dum-dum was on that one? This guy. It was me. It was me. Because then I started doing abrading after like 2 weeks, because I'm just like, this is dumb. This doesn't work. I hate this. And then, I started doing it right, and what do you know? Turns out there's a reason for those things. That was a nasty one. I'm still juggling a little bit, because I still have this whole flat section in there that I'm trying to wrestle with. And I still don't know. This looks like a seam, but it could be okay. I'm not sure. I want this to survive, though. It's too pretty not to. Can I take that and shoot it up into there, potentially? Maybe? I can. Yes, sirree. That shot all the way across into there. Wow. Oh my. Yeah, that's pretty. Oh shoot, that deals with a good bit of that. I'm gonna thin out this just a bit. I really don't need to actually smack this stuff really hard, despite how gritty it looks. It's genuinely not that bad. Like, it really isn't. I might. That worked good that time, and I'm tempted to do it again with this that runs up here, because again, I can't get to it because of the slight curve of that will stop me, and I don't want to try and get around that. Occasionally you could, ooh, is that an internal crack, or is that me? That was me. Yeah. Occasionally with that sort of a convexity, you can get away with moving the platform super duper in and then shooting up and curving it over. I don't know. On this piece, especially how small it is, with big pieces, I'd have no problem doing that. I'd be just kind of like, okay, we're just going to do that. But with this piece, again, I want to be careful. I'm going to try and at least not mess it up. A little crunchy in there from my last oopsie daisy up on the tip. Because I don't know, I'm still thinking about gunning for that one shot that I mentioned of shooting up and over, because that's kind of seeming to be the only option. I just have my little step fracture here that I put in that I just kind of gotta wiggle and persuade to leave. I don't know. Let me try to go the opposite direction. No. Oh yeah, okay. Okay. Take care of it. This is a bit risky. I still don't entirely enjoy the idea of what I have to do. Mainly because it can go wrong. But our options are a little limited. And I have a couple things on here that I just really need to fix. Okay, well, that should do it. Shooting her up into there. She should. Yay! Woohoo! That took care of some of that. I'd like to go just a bit further over on this side. Just a smidge more. Just a smidge more. That's a bit of a tricky one. I don't know if I can manage that. Nah, I'd rather it be a bit too shallow than two-step fracture it out. Okay, now we gotta deal with this big old booger. I might just shoot it straight from this end here. That could pop it off. Or just go right into it. Yuck. Yucky, yucky. Gross, ew. Who put that there? Who made all that extra work for me? It's me. I was the one who did it. Did I get it? What did that do? Hello? Huh? Yeah, okay. Huh, that was weird. That really stuck down there. But, huh. I won't question it. There's another sticky one. It's going surprisingly well, by the way. How are we doing for time? 39 minutes? Sweet. Don't worry, I'm going to have to go to work here, so I'm not going to be able to keep you guys for too long. Do I have one more after this that I wanted to do? didn't do anything. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Jinkies, stinkies, boys. That sucks. I'm gonna have to do something a little crazy to try and get that off. Well, it worked. I went from, it's sticky too. I went from there, saw this peak, shot over. And I got most of it. Still some slight issues in there. But that I might just deal with at a later date. Because I do have that white piece that I want to try and do. See, I just wonder, is it... Yeah, I got it slightly worked out. Worked out as it can be, at least. This one might be a bit messy. But still a success, I think. Because we did get that big bite out of there. That's my bad. You know, in the grand scheme of things. It's not the worst. I mean, I've saved far worse preforms. Far worse. It's interesting that there's like a change in texture. Like this stuff in here is nicer than the stuff on the outside. It really makes me wonder what this is. Because I have no idea. I have no idea what stuff is. I just know what to look for. So, you know. Oh, do we call that good? It's a bit of a sloppy preform, but I mean, it's a preform. I bet future Harley's going to complain about this one. Like, what did I leave for myself? Nah. Well, I'm telling future Harley right now. Deal with it, bub. This is as good as it's going to get for now. Especially with the time that I got. Yeah, we'll take it. Was there one more? Oh yeah, white stuff. Oh, man, that shouldn't be too hard at all, I don't think. I already tried. I was messing with it a little bit. Because I was like, ooh, this is nice. Because I didn't know if all this nasty, rough stuff in here. I'm like, this thing's already nice and small. Holy moly, it's cold. What is it? 50? That's not too bad. I just got the fan blowing on me, so it's blowing cold air. Oh, yeah, this would be nice. So I'm getting chilled. I'm trying to keep the dust down. I actually don't think a lot of the dust is leaving. I think it's just recirculating. So I have a secondary fan that, ooh, yeah, see that? That might be nasty. If any piece is not going to work of the bunch that we picked today, it'll be this one. Wow. And that's just simply due to the nature of how it is. I mean, I can't be entirely mad at it. Sometimes rock's just horrible. Yeah, this one's like almost like flat enough to be like preformed for us. This is something you could, if you were wanting to, you could just like pressure flake the whole thing. Would that be fun? No. No, it would not be fun. Just like that's not fun. What are you doing? What are you doing? What murder? I don't know, that sounds like Sean Gotti. That one dude there, like, what about all the murders? I love that New York accent. What are you talking about? Maybe it was Boston, I don't know. It was East Coast guys. It's awesome. I went to Boston on a family vacation a long while ago. That was pretty sick. It was interesting. Had the best ice cream of my life there. There was like this creamery, like a small batch creamery that made their own ice cream. Oh my lord. Holy moly. Nothing has been able to come close to it. Like nowhere near close. Because I got like this, I don't know, something like, it was like this peanut butter thing. And, God, it was good. It was just so good. Like I've never had, like ice cream with peanut butter in it where the peanut butter's like still peanut butter-y, sort of. Like, anytime you get something like, I don't know, like Moose Tracks or something from the store, yeah, it's, you know, it's just like, oh, so that's their interpretation of peanut butter. Interesting. Like, you know, something just ain't right about it. It's just, you know, it just, something's off about it, you know. It's like, I don't know. It's just not correct. But with this, like, creamery stuff, it was really dang good. Like, it tasted just like peanut butter, and the way it was, like, swirled throughout the ice cream was super good. I might not be able to get that centerpiece, but I'm not. With a piece this crappy, hey, sometimes you just gotta take what you can get, especially with cracks and whatnot, because I could smack this one down here, and it could just snap in half on me. Just whoop-pow. Especially with all that junk in there. Holy moly. Who invited you to the party, bro? GTFO. Nobody wants that. This stuff is really nice. Usually, with like this lighter colored stuff, I don't get pieces like this. I should have abraded that more. I get it's just filled with, well, I mean, you know, yeah, this stuff is also filled with some cracks and a little bit of junk, but, you know, compared to the normal stuff I get, this ain't bad. This ain't bad at all. This is quite fine. It looks old, too. Like, sometimes I like that about the crappier stone. If it's cooperative enough that you can make something out of it, it just adds, like, I don't know, an authentic look to it. You know what I mean? It's weird, too, because, like, you know, there's, like, this weird zone where you're getting started with napping where you can really, really replicate, like, authentic-looking arrowheads. But then when you get into, like, my position, it's weird. It's like you just can't do it because there's like a certain level of jankiness to some, well, a majority really of the artifacts that you find, save for, like, you know, the G10s and the crazy nice stuff that, you know, not many people have and wasn't all that common. So, you know, it's like, I don't know, I could probably make, like, authentic looking stuff, but I don't know, I feel like there's certain aspects to the way that I do my napping that would really, you know, give it away, like, oh, this guy's, like, too particular, this guy, you know, I don't know. I don't think that I can, like, really replicate authentic looking points. They're going to be stylized in some point, especially with my pressure flaking, because I've now had, like, multiple people mention that I like to leave bold flakes. I mean, I guess I do like the look of bold flakes. I don't tend to do a lot of, like, edge resharpening, like going back through and popping off all the little triangles. Like, I don't go back through and pop these off sometimes just because I like how they look. I sharpen them from the other side so they remain. I don't go, like, up and above them. I don't know. I just like that look. It's just, you know, it's what I like. I ain't even gonna try to get super duper deep into that to fix that stuff because there's just no way. It's just too risky. Especially since, like, you know, on the other side is that. So I don't want to go too crazy and blow that up. Because legitimately, this is fine. This is, like, completely fine with where it's at right now. Is there anything else that I really want to quickly take care of? I could do a little bit. When I'm doing this little tapping, I'm trimming the edge back and trying to get rid of those thick sections so I actually have a bit more to abrade against. I'm thinking for a minute. Give me a second. You bugger. There we go. Okay, that's what I wanted. Yeah. There's just not too much I'll be able to do about that, and I'm not going to get broken up about it, because again, the pit of doom is directly beneath it. We get freaking Indiana Jones running over there, or sorry, Temple of Doom down there, and that's weird. Those two things, they don't go through, which is odd. I do kind of want to get rid of this. See, this is the stuff. This is this kind of stuff that does me in. Oh, I'll just get rid of this. Oh, I'll clean up this notch just a little bit, Oh, the pressure flaking on the tip just isn't quite where I want it to be. I'm just gonna, just let me, bam. You know, it's ochre. That's good enough. Oh, wait, hold on, I want to get rid of this too. This little nugget on the end. He can go too. That took way more than I was expecting. Holy moly. That's fine though. Yeah. Just to braid him down a little bit. I said we call that good. Look at that. Oh, my nose is running. Yikes. Let's pick them all up. Let's get a thumbnail. Do we have any flakes? Let's grab some flakes. Add some flair. Yeah. Yeah, everybody likes a little bit of flair to the thumbnail. That's what brings you all in. I'm going to totally cut myself. These are good. Yeah. Did I pick up any of the white ones? I didn't pick up any of the white ones. What am I doing? Maybe one more. There. You're coming with me. Okay. I just dropped it. That's okay. That's why I grabbed extra. Got a big white one. That side looks better. Got our big guy there. Knife river flint one. And our pretty little agate one. Yeah. Let me get my thumbnail picture. That should be good. Yeah. Yeah. Another bifacing the local lithics. That's a good, like, jewelry flake. That's a good jewelry flake. Technically, this is one too. I should keep that one to practice on the fine pressure flaking to see how this stuff behaves. I'll go through all that stuff on my own time. I'll let you guys look at the preforms, though. Not bad. Pretty darn good for some rough rock. And me being cold as heck right now. A little bit of issues on that one, but not too bad. Surprised this one turned out as well as I did. Really cooperative material too. Got a little knife river flint one. Woohoo! That'll be fun. And then I might do a little bit of cleanup on this one off camera, just so I can really sort of lock in and make sure I do a good job on it, because I want to keep that stuff. Do I have time? I do have time. Here. You know what? Sure. I don't know if I usually do this. I know there's going to be no translucency on either of these, but I will do a little translucency test on this one. Let's grab our little preforms here, turn some lights off. Morning sunlight might not make it as intense, but well, let's see, I'm going to need a tap on it to focus on to get the exposure right. Yeah, ain't that pretty? Yeah. How about you, Knife River Flint? Oh, what do you know? It's gorgeous. It's wonderful. Yeah. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. You guys want to see how many I've gotten so far? These are all local material that I've collected myself, or that has been sent to me or given to me. Look at all these. Oh wait, yeah, I want to work on this one. I had a couple of them too, because I'm going to try to make another small one out of this little grainy piece, and maybe out of that one. I just want to see how it pressure flakes, experiment just a little bit. But yeah, look at all these. A red one here. I was out artifact hunting when my daddy found a knife made out of this stuff. Beautiful knife. Got some stripe stuff in there. With this piece of stuff that I got from a dude, he collected it in southern Iowa. This is some stuff he heat treated himself from southern Iowa. One of them peanut nodules. Yeah, a lot of real nice stuff in here. This is from, what is it, Derek McLean? Yeah, that's from Derek McLean. My little peanut nodules down at the bottom. Yeah, it should be fun. Should be a good time. Yeah, cool. A couple more now taken care of. I still have a good number of, I have a lot of rock to go. I don't know if I want to do all of it, because I have some small ones that I definitely want to take care of. Might not do those on video. I'm probably just going to keep doing some of these like this, just off video. If you guys want to continue seeing me make these, do let me know in the comments, please, because again, I rely on you guys for feedback on what you want to see. I need to do some actual like points, like full points, because I just haven't. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, cool. If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comment section, or if you are, wanting to send me an email, my email is in the description of the video as well as my social links to my Reddit, amongst other things. So yeah, thanks for tuning into the video, guys, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.